I want you all to understand this. I want you to ask yourself the result that you are trying to get for people. How can you get that result faster? You see, as healthcare providers, everything that we're doing for people, if we actually get them the result faster, we make less money. And that's the reason why you guys got to flip it. You got to figure out, wait a minute, if I can get somebody the result faster, would they find that more valuable? Would they pay more money for it? Yeah.
This is Secrets for Success.
Welcome to the Secrets for Success podcast. I'm your host, Greg Todd. Thank you as always for joining me. Today's episode, I want to talk about how you can make more money, you could create more impact, and you can do it in less of your time. So how do you do that? Well, here's what you do. You find a way to be able to get the result that you are typically getting for your clients right now and cut it in half. If you cut it in half, you can charge anywhere between 50% to double. Okay. If you cut it even more than half, you can charge beyond double for said result. Guys, this is so key because as healthcare providers, we were never taught to focus on getting people results faster. And that is what people are actually paying for. It's so funny. My wife and I were sitting down and we were going through, our bills. We're financially sound. We're not silly with our money. And we're looking at basically where we spend all of our luxuries on. And most of the things that we spend luxuries on are things that we don't necessarily need, but we like because it helps us get things faster and more convenient to us. So whether that's Uber Eats or that's DoorDash or that's Shipt or Instacart, like those are the things that people are spending their money on. So you have to ask yourself, how are you doing that for clients? So why am I bringing all this up? Bringing it all up because we recently did something for clients inside of the business that many of you know me for, which is Smart Success Healthcare. We did something called an Immersion Event. And this is an event where over the course of 2 days, we actually helped people do something that would have taken them months. For some people, they even said years, and we did it in a matter of 2 days. So I actually want to share with you guys like what we did in real time and how valuable it was for people. And then I want you to start to think. I'm hoping that as I share with you like how this whole thing went down, you can start thinking, okay, how can I do that with my clients? How can I do that with my patients? What could I do that actually helps them get a result and get a result even faster? Okay, so here's what we did. We have 2 waves of clients that kind of work with us at a higher level. Like I have courses, I have programs that start from as little as $19 that go up to a couple $1,000s. But when you're going to work with me on a higher level, like those programs are tens of thousands of dollars, okay? And so this is what we did. We took our kind of more entry-level, high-ticket clients, and we worked with them on Monday and Tuesday, okay, of the week. We rented a townhouse because the one that I'm building is a little bit delayed, so it's going to be ready in about a month and a half. But we rented a townhouse in Reddington Shores, Florida, and we said, all right, you guys got to go get your places, stay at whatever hotel, Airbnb together, whatever. But you're going to come to our townhouse, right? This townhouse. And this townhouse was multiple floors. And what we did is I said, all right, what we're going to do is we're going to build out months worth of content with you. Okay. And so what I did is I came in on day 1. I showed them, all right, this is what we're going to do. Okay. We have to build content for certain areas when it comes to marketing, right? Not all content can be the same. I explained to them that there's 5 different types of content that gets people's attention. And so I explained that to them so they had a high level overview. Everybody understood it. And then I said, all right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to create content in 2 of the 5 categories. And what I did is I gave them this entire platform on this is a type of content I want you to build around so people can look at you as the authority. You guys, we did that with people. And in about 45 minutes, the majority of our clients, I'd say 80% of our clients had 30 pieces of content that was laid out on what it is that their audience is looking for in the 3 biggest problems that they solve that their audience would know that they're looking for that problem solved. And that's what we did. And so we laid it out. We had their own customized Google Sheets. And I know this might sound a little, technical, but they were able to really sit down and figure out, these are the problems that I solve. And these are the different angles that I can present to my audience on how I actually solved their problem. And that's what we did. It took them about 45 minutes to an hour. We had one client say that I focus more on my marketing in the last hour than I had in 5 years. It was crazy. So then after we did that, we said, okay, here's going to be your next step. Now you see all these different things that you solve for people and different ways to present that to people online or offline. And then we actually said, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go film some of this stuff, okay? Not everything needs to be filmed, but we sat down with them and said, okay, where's your audience? And whichever platform they're on, we're going to start to create content based on what that platform actually wants. So we had our professional video team there. So we did some video. For some of them, we created B-roll where they were just doing an activity. And then we told them, okay, create different text over that thing that you were doing, right? We gave them different ways for them to be able to get their content out. And we did all of that in about an hour and a half. You guys, in less than 2.5 hours, our clients had more than 30 days of content completed. The majority of our clients did about 60 to 90 days worth of content, and they did that in less than a day. Now, I want you all to understand this. I want you to ask yourself, the result that you are trying to get for people, how can you get that result faster? You see, as healthcare providers, everything that we're doing for people, if we actually get them the result faster, we make less money. And that's the reason why you guys got to flip it. You got to figure out, wait a minute, if I can get somebody the result faster, would they find that more valuable? Would they pay more money for it? Yeah. I mean, just think about it. Like, think about all the things that you pay money for because they can get the result for you faster. You pay money for Amazon Prime. I'm assuming that most of you do, right? You pay money for DoorDash. You pay money for Uber Eats. You pay money to be able to get things faster. We pay for FedEx. We pay for all the things that we can actually get faster and with less effort from people. Now, as I was watching people throughout this immersion event, it was amazing because I realized like one of the biggest things that so many of us struggle with, and even for myself, like I do as well, and that's just focus. So even though we were telling people, okay, this is what you're going to do, we saw people wanting to veer off, and this is where it was amazing that we had my team there because we're like, hey, no, come on back, come on, you got to do it, you got to. And you guys, it was so powerful to keep people accountable, to say, this is what you're going to do. Me being the taskmaster that I am, like do the thing. Okay. And the people did it. And you guys, that was powerful. That was powerful for people. So you're like, okay, well, that sounds cool for you, Greg. And you're working with a bunch of people that want to grow their business and grow their media and all that other stuff. But like, I'm a healthcare provider. I'm an OT. I'm a PT. I'm an RD. Look, I've had so many of my clients do this for their clientele as well. Here, I'll give you a perfect example. I have one client that is, she has an OT practice, okay? And they're working primarily with kids that need sensory integration, techniques and have challenges in that area. And she has a package to where she makes the client, the patient come in, and they come in during a condensed period of time because the treatments that they do they're much more valuable and they get better results if the people come in back to back to back to back over a certain course of time. And that time is usually like 30 days or less or 15 days or less. And if they do that over a certain period of time, they actually get better results. And so that's what she's doing with her clients. I mean, I want you to think about how conditioned we have been in that we have to spread everything out. And most of the time, it's just because this is because we've listened to people that have a broken business model. I don't know, like it's so stupid. It doesn't even make any sense for most of us. If you could work with clients more over a condensed period of time, would they get better results? And I'm sure in most cases it is yes. So why are we not doing it? We're not doing it just because we've been trained on a business model that doesn't serve us. Guys, that's what we did. And it was amazing. Over 2 days, we were able to get people to be able to do months and months and months of content. Okay. And that's what we did in our immersion event. Now, we didn't just do content on the front end, social media stuff, this, that. We also did what's the things that people are going to need on the back end, right? So just because somebody comes in and they absorb your content doesn't mean they're going to become your customer. Now you got to build a relationship with them. So how do you do that? And what we did is we took the answers that they gave from the content sheet that we had them fill out, and then we basically used technology. We used AI to be able to create content on the back end, text messages, social media posts, emails, to be able to serve those people for months. And we did all of that over the course of 2 days. And this was really the first time that we did this for a group of clients. We've done it for clients individually, but we did it for a group, and we're like, oh my gosh, like this is what we want to do more and more of in the future. You guys, like that's really it. In today's world, here's the deal. If you're struggling right now to be able to get customers, if you're struggling right now to separate yourself in the market, here's what you need to do. You need to figure out how you can get people the result that they're looking for in a different way. Can you get it for them faster? Can you get it for them with a better experience? Can it not be as painful for them? Here's what people are struggling with. They're struggling with time. They're struggling with focus. And they want to be able to do something and have some fun while they're doing it. How are you doing that right now for your client base? I want you to think about that. And I want you to start to write down what are the things that you can do right now to help your client base get their problems resolved faster, with less pain and stress from them, knowing that they've got the attention span of a goldfish and they want to veer off all the time. How can you pull them back? How can you make it work for them? I want you to think about that because I want y'all to get paid more, okay? And that's the way that we're doing it, and that's the way that I'm training my clients to do it. And whether you're my client or not, I want you to win. So listen, if you are interested in joining us at one of our next events, I'm going to be doing one in the next 45 days where I'm going to bring people in again and help them do the thing that they find so painful and help them do it over the course of 2 days. So if that is you, here's what I want you to do. I want you to text Immersion to 813-534-6453. Just text Immersion, heard from the podcast, and we'll give you some of the details of our upcoming event. So that's what I want for you, and I want you to do the same thing for your clients. I hope you enjoyed that. Till next time.